welcome to Ken's Hobbies. My name is Ken Lind. We're going to do something a little different today. Funniest, or should I say, see how else should I explain this? Back in 1969 to 1970, let's see, 2 years. One musical TV show that was a huge hit for the network and had very high ratings was the Johnny Cash show. It was for 2 seasons, and near the end of the second season, I think there was 6, if I remember right, special episodes. And I thought I was going to put one of the few of those special episodes on, titled, it basically features all the comedians. I was thinking of only putting one of it, and I got thinking, well, I think I'll just include the whole entire show of comedy and see if you bring there. One particular one I had on my mind was the one with June Carter Cash and Homer and Jethro. Now, a little background for your newer people. Homer and Jethro were a comedian team that butchered songs, much like another old name, Ben Calder. Both of them were long before the latest one, which was a big, huge also, was Frankie Yankovac. But these two groups, Homer and Jethro, go back, and you'll hear Johnny Cash tell you the year of this particular one. The particular one I'm focused on is the changeover song from a song called Baby It's Cold Outside. So I'm going to see what happens. I have the entire collection of that series on DVD, so rather than putting special clips, I thought I'd put this one particular one on and hope that it passes. So here goes.
Tonight we have a special show featuring comedy and country music. Country people not only have their own kind of music, they also have their own kind of humor, and good humor it is. So sit back and enjoy a laugh country style.
Well, I have to remove the opening song here. It said copyright to it, so I'm not taking any chances. I just rather remove it.
With Johnny's guests, Archie Campbell, June Carter, Homer and Jethro, Merlin Husky, George Lindsay, Jim Neighbors, Cousin Minnie Pearl, Junior Samples, String Bean, and John's own family, the Carters, the Stadlers, and the Tennessee Three with Carl Perkins.
Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut. Here's a guy you know from his own TV show. His talents are the best. Yes, Jim Neighbors is our guest.
Hey, you know what they call a fur coat on a hobo's wife?
A fur coat on a hobo's wife? No, what?
A bum wrap.
Here's a man you all know, and we're glad he's on our show. Junior is his name. We're happy that he came.
I just crossed a potato with a sponge.
A potato with a sponge. How does it taste?
Terrible, but it soaks up a lot of gravy.
A girl with us said that she'd always wear her hat. It started growing flowers, said she wore it in the shower.
I just saw the lone chicken.
The lone chicken. How do you know?
He left a silver pullet.
Of all the men we know that pick the old banjo, this next man picks it clean. Let's welcome old String Bean.
What goes clump, 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 swish, clump, 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 swish?
I don't know. What?
An elephant with a wet sneaker.
Let's welcome back a friend who always makes us smile. George Lindsay is his name when he's not Goober Powell.
I just invented a sprinkling can without any
A
holes.
sprinkling can with no holes. What's it for?
It's for watering artificial flowers.
Right now may we present a gal we're all proud of. She's funny and she sings. June Carter, do your thing.
We just crossed a chicken with an octopus.
A chicken with an octopus. What'd you get?
Drumsticks for everybody.
Next here comes a boy who's Nashville's pride and joy. And Furlan's far from dumb unless he's Simon Crumb.
I just got my wife a new mink outfit.
A new mink outfit. What'd you get?
A rifle and a steel trap.
From Knoxville these two came to win their comic fame. They'll make you laugh, we know. So here's Homer and Jethro.
Hey, they just crossed a St. Bernard with an Irish setter.
A St. Bernard with an Irish setter. What does he look like?
We don't know. We can't get him out of the bar.
Now Archie Campbell's here, and we're so glad he's with us. We think he's just the greatest. Hey, Archie, what's the latest?
I was called to fix one of Santa Claus's reindeer.
You were called to fix one of Santa Claus's reindeer. Who are you?
I'm the man who came to Donner.
Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut. Oh, the clown, he was so funny. You bust your britches laughing at the Tom Green County Fair. County fairs, carnivals, traveling pitchmen, they gave a lot of laughs to the folks in the country. There was a time in this country of ours, especially in the small towns, that the only entertainment the people got was from a traveling pitchman. And even though his products were not necessarily bona fide, he put on a good show for the folks.
Come along for Captain Campbell. 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 Come along for Captain Campbell's down on country cavalcade. If you're down and feeling blue, he's got something good for you. Come along for Captain Campbell. Come along for Captain Campbell. Come along for Captain Campbell's down on country cavalcade.
Step this way. I said step this way. We're about to introduce a living legend, a man who has brought music and medicine to many.
And a man who has stomped through the steaming sands of the Sahara.
A man who drove a jalopy through the jungles of Java.
A man who has helped the troubled troops in Tripoli.
He's seen fire.
And he's seen rain.
But he always thought he'd see you again. He is now
the marvelous,
magnificent
miracle man himself,
Captain Campbell.
Friends and neighbors, step this way. I've got something I want to say. If you're feeling blue and looking pale, I got a cure that'll never fail. Yes, sir, it's Dr. Marmaduke's Miracle Mountain Mix, made from the doctor's own special formula in his own exclusive high-pressure pack, scientifically controlled, electrically operated, coil-wound, thermo-temperated coagulator.
What's that?
It's a still. Take a little nip, you take a little sip, it'll clear your head, it'll fill it full of zip. No ailment it can't fix. Dr. Marmaduke's Miracle Mountain Mix.
If you take a little sip, just take a little nip, it'll clear your head and fill you full of zip. No ailment it can't fix. Dr. Marmaduke's Miracle.
Marmaduke's Miracle.
Marmaduke's Miracle Mountain Mix.
All right, friends, thank you very much, and there's a great show lined up for you, so throw away your pills, it'll cure your ills, warm your chills, and pay my bills. Dr. Marmaduke's Miracle Mountain Mix will make you marvel at its magnificent manifestations.
Hey, does that mean that'll make me feel better?
Not necessarily.
When you were around these parts last year selling snake oil?
I might have been. Why?
I bought some.
That figures. How did you like the snake oil?
Oh, it's fine, but rubbing it on the snake is tough.
Come up here, boy. Come up here, son. Let's give this boy a big hand. Come on up here. Yeah, fine young man. I'd like for you to try just a little bit of the mix here, if you don't mind. See how it works on you. Hey, how do you like it?
When does it take effect?
Yeah, another soul made happy. I'm going to give you a bottle free, son, and be sure and tell your friends where you got it. Let's give that boy a big hand. All right, let's have somebody else up here now. Would you like to come up here? All right, you. Would you like to come up here, please? Come up here. Let's have a hand for this man. Yes, sir. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a Spanish dancer.
You don't look much like a Spanish dancer.
I let my feet do the talking.
All right, let's see here. Let me give you a little shot of this mountain mix here and see what it does for whatever might ail you.
Hooray!
All right, let's have it for that boy. Eat your heart out, Jose Greco. Now, friends, remember, Dr. Marmaduke's Miracle Mix, made in the old family tradition, passed on to him by his grandmother, old Grandma Marmaduke, who was captured at the age of 98 running an illegal still. Dr. Marmaduke remembers the words to him as she was taken away. She said, "What do you want? Good grandma or good taste?" All right, next on the cavalcade, a great banjo picker who at one time was small and puny. But after taking Miracle Mountain Mix for just 1 month, friends, he grew to be tall and puny. So let's hear it now. A great big hand for the great, the one and only String Bean.
Pretty little winner, black my boots and I'll go get her. Yeah, the boss always list she walks by and you never see her, you don't know why. Oh, my pretty little winner, black my boots and I'll go get her. Well, she works at a cafe down the street and all the boys come by to me. Oh, my pretty little winner, black my boots and I'll go get her. Yeah, I'll go get her. Yeah, I'll go get her.
Now, friends, Marmaduke's Miracle Mountain Mix can cure these things: backaches, belly pains, baldness, livers, legs, lumbago, fleas, flies, flowers, cramp, cricks, and the common cold. And we don't make no claims. If the mix can't fix, you can at least get half of your money back if you happen to be in the same town we're in during the last day of the World Series and can answer a simple skill testing question like, how many Hindus chew gum? All right, now, who'll be next to try the mix?
I will.
Give that boy a big hand, right? Sir. And what do you do for a living, son?
I'm learning to be a singer.
Oh, that's good. I think the folks would like to hear you warble a note or two.
All right. Way out west, I got a name for wind and rain and far. The rainiest test far, John to call a wind Maria.
Well, now hold it. Don't put the boy down too much. After all, it takes a long time to get up there on top. Try a little bit of this Miracle Mountain Mix. It might help you get there a little faster.
Well, I don't really know about that. I never have really had nothing stronger than sarsaparilla, and I had to cut that with water.
Trust me, son. Trust me, try it and see what it does to you.
Well,
Has done it again. Now, how many bottles would you like to buy, son?
None. It made me lose my voice.
You're kidding. You're kidding. Is that right? Well, folks, that's it. We're going to have to go because I've just been informed that certain members of a select group representing civic affairs will soon be converging on this location, and it's expedient that I leave to avoid undue congestion.
Who's coming?
The cops.
Come along for Captain Campbell, come along for Captain Campbell, come along for Captain Campbell's down home country cavalcade. If you're down and feeling blue, he's got something good for you. Come along for Captain Campbell, come along for Captain Campbell, come along for Captain Campbell's down home country cavalcade.
Jim Neighbors makes you laugh, but that is only half. We'd also like to state his singing is just great. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Neighbors.
This was the other song that I had to remove that said copyright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna sing a song. The song we'll sing won't take us long, so don't get offended. Take no offense, cause the singer that's a singing hasn't any sense. Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here.
Well, I asked my girl to marry me, and this is what she said.
It's be a time to marry you, and I haven't been all day.
Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here.
Well, a gal named June, she had a tooth pulled, attack was on the cheer. June jumped up and hollered,
Do the roots go way down there?
Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here.
Grandpa had a set of false teeth. He took them out one day last week. He put them on the seat when he went into town.
He bit himself and now he can't sit down.
Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here. Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here.
well, I went out a-fishing and I caught a smelt. I put it on the stove and the darn thing smelt. Of all of the smelts I ever smelt, I never smelled a smell like that smell.
Tennessee, Tennessee, 1,000 miles from here.
You've given us our education, thank you, Jasper High. You've been our source of inspiration, thank you, Jasper High. You taught us that the swimming hole was where we liked it best, especially on the days when we were supposed to write a test. Yay, yay, Jasper High, yay, yay, go!
boys and girls, and welcome to the Jasper High School annual pageant. Each year at this time, I present the top students from my class, and each of them has prepared something to do for you this evening. Tonight, I am presenting the following. June Carter, the prettiest one in our pageant. George Lindsay, a good boy and a fast runner. Jim Neighbors, tallest boy in his class. Simon Crum, a happy boy. And John R. Cash, a little accident prone. I'm proud of all of these top students, just as I'm proud of all the students that have graduated. Jasper High's graduates have gone on to important jobs in their country. Some of them are working for the government. I know that one, Danny Jones, wrote me to say he was involved in metal work, making license plates. And the government has given him 2 5-year contracts, concurrent, whatever that means. Now, on with the pageant. Our first student is quite a storyteller, but he's prepared a story about American history. So if we give him some encouragement, I'm sure he'll come up here. Boys and girls, George Lindsay. Come on, Georgie, come on up here.
I'm going to give a report on some of our presidents. The first president was, George Washington. He was the first Englishman to be president, and he was also the father of our country. But his wife, Martha, said, "Stop fooling around, George, and just be president." John Quincy Adams was the first president to marry abroad, over in Europe across the water. Woodrow Wilson was our 28th president, and he was elected on a strong platform. It was red and white and made out of 2x4s. Get it? Made out of two. When Calvin Coolidge was president, he had a saying that says, "Keep cool with Coolidge." So some admiral took his bird to the North Pole. Millard Fillmore was our 13th president, and I don't know anything about him. Well, yes, I do. He was married to 2 women named Mrs. Millard Fillmore, and his nickname was Millard, which is short for Willard. Do I have to go to the cloakroom?
Our next student practices music 8 hours a day. He plays trumpet, trombone, tuba, and drums. He's been living alone since he was 11. Welcome, Jim Neighbors.
A poem about red. Red is the color of a clown's funny, funny clothes, and the color at the end of your runny, runny nose. You can see red up in the rainbow, all shades from bright to pink. Or in the bottle of hair dye my Aunt Maud hides behind the sink. When you get a sock in the eye, red's the color of the lump. And when you get the chicken pox, it's the color of each bump. And it's the color of cherries, except when they're too ripe. And they turn brown and get all icky and gooey and mushy, and you throw them in the garbage dump. I couldn't think of a garbage word to rhyme with ripe. And it's also the color of the apple Eve gave to Adam at creation. That's about all I know, because my folks wouldn't sign a paper for me to take sex education.
Now, here's a busy young miss who's editor of the school magazine, captain of the cheerleaders, plays the tuba in the school band, and she has a job after school waiting on tables. Her hobby is sleeping. Here's little June Carter.
I'm going to give you 30 days to get back home. I done talked to the gypsy woman on the telephone. She gonna send out a worldwide hoodoo. That'd be the very thing that'll suit you, baby. I see that you'll be back home in 30 days. 30 days. Yeah, I see that you'll be back home in
That young performer has many good qualities. He doesn't play hooky, he never lies, and he has respect for his elders. Let's welcome Jasper High's biggest sissy, Simon Crump.
Well, I was born at night one morning, and the whistles rang, boom, boom. I drank a steak and boiled a cake while the mud pies were in bloom. If 6 and 6 is 9, does ice come from a mine? We know that camels sail the seas, and that we get honey from the fleas. And every horse can climb a tree. My country, 'tis a vow.
And finally, a budding young philosopher. When I asked him what he was doing fishing instead of being in class, he told me he wasn't going to let high school stand in the way of his education. Here's young Johnny Cash.
I can't tell much about the thing. It's done so powerful quick. But it seems to me I got a most outlandish heavy lick. It broke my leg and it tore my scalp and it jerked my arm most out. But y'all keep your seat and I'll try to tell you how it come about. Well, you know where the road cuts across the track at Martin's Hole? Well, there I seen a great big sign raised high on a pole, and I thought I'd stop and read the sign and find out what it said. So I stopped my horses on the railroad track and read. But I ain't no scholar, I recall, and so I had to spell. I started kind of cautious, like with R-A-I-N-L. And that spelled rail as clear as mud. R-O-A-D was road. I lumped them. Railroad was the word, and that much I already know. And a C-R-O and a double S with a I-N-G to boot made crossing just as plain as Noe Webster dared to do it. Railroad crossing, good enough. L-O-O-K was look, and me, I was looking all the time, spelling like a book. And O-U-T was out just right, and there it was. Look out. It was awful curious like to know just what it was all about. F-O-R and a T-H-E was then look out for thee. Then I tried the next word. It commenced with E-N-G. I'd got that fur when suddenly there come an awful whack. 1,000 fiery thunderbolts just scooped me off the track. The horses went to Davy Jones and the wagon went, and I was hoisted 7 yards above the tallest ash. And I didn't come to life again for about a day or two. And though I'm crippled up a little bit, I kind of struggled through. But it ain't the pain or it ain't the loss of that old team of mine. But Simon, I'd sure like to know the rest of that darn sign.
Now let's all stand and sing the school song.
You've given us our education, thank you, Jasper High. You've been our source of inspiration, thank you, Jasper High. We won't forget your colors, a proud and brilliant view. Brown and gray and green and gold and red and purple
blue. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh.
I see you got yourself a brand new harmonica.
Yeah. Mail ordered from the Spiegel catalog.
I hope you learn to play like Lonnie Glosson. And while you're at it, learn a verse or two of Red River Valley. Oh, my darling Clement clementine and salty dog. Oh, but please don't play Red River Valley. How about Polly Wolly Doodle All Day? The only song I ever did learn to play on my $2.98 harmonica that I got from Wayne Rainey in Clint, C-L-I-N-T, Clint, Texas, was Red River Valley. Then she said farewell to my French harp and me. Doing pretty darn good on your new harmonica. But we ought to learn about one more tune, you know.
Yeah.
You see, you hold it like you're eating a handful of popcorn. And sometimes you suck in and sometimes you blow. Oh, but please don't play Red River Valley. How about Polly Wolly Doodle All Day? The only song I ever learned to play on my $2.98 harmonica that I got from Wayne Rainey in Clint, C-L-I-N-T, Clint, Texas, was Red River Valley. Then she said farewell to my French harp and me. Just keep working at it, baby. Keep trying, pumping, sucking, and going choo, choo, choo.
No, Raquel. No. I can't run off with you to Paris. No, I can't run off with you to Rome. No, I can't go have supper with you in Madrid. Because I got to milk the cows.
Oh, wake up.
What is it?
We got some talking to do,
Well,
you and me.
All right.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking how nice it'd be if our baby, Pearly Mae, was to get married.
Our baby? Well, our baby gets Medicare in 2 months. Why can't she say hello like everybody else?
My ever-faithful lover boy is coming over today.
Is that fool coming over here to eat us out of the house and home?
Now, Paul! Lover boy don't eat that much.
He don't. He's the only fella I know that wears forks in his gun belt.
Oh, don't get upset. You know they are engaged.
Engaged? That's the longest engagement I ever heard tell of, 18 years.
Well, then why don't you give him a chance now? He's gonna be here soon.
Oh, in that case, I gotta go fix the turkey and ham and biscuits and sandwiches.
While you're in there, fix us something to eat, too. Why can't she say hello like everybody else?
Well, here I am, you one and only lover boy yourself, and guess what? I brung you a flower.
Oh, thank you, a whole mess. Wherever did you get it?
Out of your window box there.
Oh, well, at least you didn't eat it.
Howdy, Pa-in-law.
Howdy, fork in mouth. Listen, you've been coming over here for 18 years. It's high time we knowed what your intentions are.
Well, I can't think on an empty stomach. When's dinner?
There ain't gonna be no dinner. Now, there ain't gonna be no dinner till we get this marriage thing settled. Are you gonna marry this sweet thing or not?
What sweet thing? I thought we was talking about Pearl.
That must be the door. Come in.
Howdy, folks. I'm Salesman Sam.
Why can't she say hello like everybody else?
Folks, my car broke down the road here a piece, and I thought maybe you might put me up for the night.
Are you that traveling salesman we've been hearing all them jokes about?
You better believe it. And you must be that lovely lamb chop, the farmer's daughter, huh?
No, I'm the farmer. This is the daughter.
Well, where does that no-good gobbling idiot fit in?
I ain't gobbling. I'm chewing food real good.
He's been a-courting me.
Now, what's a lovely bundle of sunshine like you doing with a rainy day like that?
Oh, you do say the nicest thing.
Well, lover boy, what have you got to say about this?
What's for dessert?
We're taking a little trip into town tonight. I know some real hoot and holler places.
Oh, well, I'd be honored. But what would you want with a poor little country girl like me?
Poor little country girl like you? Why, when I first saw you, my heart stood still. So did my watch.
Ma. What's so funny?
You're the farmer and she's the daughter.
Now, hold on. Lover boy, the gulping gourmet. Now, listen. Here, you two. This has gone too far. No two-bit salesman is going to come here sweet-talking my pearl. Besides, what you're selling, we ain't a-buying.
Now, wait just a minute. You might be in the market for what I'm selling. It just so happens that I'm a wedding performer.
You promoter?
Yeah.
You're a promoter. I spied that just immediately. How do you promote a wedding?
Well, you have to have the right merchandise, and that's just what I got right here.
Well, why don't we have a look?
All right. See, that one right there?
Yeah.
Now, that's for short wedding. Short engagement.
Yeah.
And see this one right here?
Uh-huh.
Now, that's for long engagement.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
And see that right there? Now, that's for formal affairs.
Oh, yeah. It's Ma laughing. Ma, what's so funny?
Here's a watch, though.
You see it all now. You in the kitchen cooking, me a-eating.
Her cooking? Wait just a minute. You're going too far here. Here's my pearl.
I ain't your pearl.
Now,
We
Pearl.
ain't married yet, you know.
Don't listen to old meal mouth. Take the old salesman Sam.
Hold on here. I was here first. She's married me.
We'll
Oh,
see
she's
about
not-
that. My line.
I can't stand fighting. Don't let that stop you.
You got a comb.
Yeah.
Heads, you win.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot.
Why don't we do this 2 out of 3?
You won her. You're getting married. Let's go to the preacher. Both of you, come
wait
on.
just a minute. You happen to be in luck. I have a license to perform weddings. Now, would you like the ordinary kind or the special?
What's the special? What's the difference?
Well, with the special, you get French fries.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
You stand together right here.
Now, do you, Pearl, you little sugar plum, take this walking doggy bag to be your lawful wedding husband?
I do.
And do you, lover boy, take this beautiful Pearl to be your lawful wedded wife?
I said 2 out of 3.
You don't deserve no more chances.
I do.
You do? Now pronounce you man and wife.
What's so funny?
Weddings always make me cry.
I said 2 out of 3.
Humor in the lives of country people come from more than just the jokes. Some of the songs, too, have made a great contribution to the world of humor. And some of the finest and funniest songs ever written were written and performed first by country artists. And here's a whole bunch of our favorites.
The sun comes up and the sun goes down. The hands on the clock keeps on going around. I just got up and it's time to lay down. Life gets tedious, don't it?
Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If you put it on the left side, will it wind up on the right? I think I'm going crazy. Won't somebody put me right? Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
We decided to get married, my little girl and I. But the day that I got married, I let my freedom fly. We walked up to the preacher and said yes to all he said. If I had my life live over, I'd shoot myself instead. Ho! Give me back my $5 I paid for a wife. I'm the fool to pay someone to sentence me for life.
We went out on a double date. Me and you and Kate. Before we got past their front gate, there you were making eyes at Edith while you were making time with Kate. You can't handle Kate and Edith too. You rascal, you, a little lady too.
Well, this way you came and I was alone. Shucks, I should have known that she was temptation. You smiled, leering me on. My heart's plumb gone, cause she was temptation. It'd be thrilling if you're willing, but if it never can be, then a pity for me for you was to go to be kissed. I couldn't resist, cause you was temptation, and I was yours.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you wanna holler, hide-ho. Burns your tummy, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Well, the preacher went out a-hunting. It was on one Sunday morning. It was against his religion, but he took his gun along. He got himself a mess of quail and one little maze of hare. And on the way home, he crossed the path of a crazy bear. Scared to death, turned to the sky and looked about, began to shout, "Hey, Lord, you delivered lion from Daniel's being nailed from the lowest whale. I can't remember all the words, but I'm doing the best to tell. So, Lord, all the good books say that I swear I do declare, hey, Lord, if you can't help me, don't help that grizzly bear."
Oh, the Martins and the Coys, they was reckless mountain boys. At the art of shooting, they could not be beat. Why, they'd shoot each other quicker than it took your eye to flicker. They could knock a squirrel's eye out at 90 feet.
My pappy used to tan my hide out behind the barn. He taught me to be dignified out behind the barn. But when he took that strop to me, turned me down across his knee, he sure did hurt my dignity out behind the barn.
Well, we got married in Chickamauga, Georgia. We left next morning on a honeymoon trip up US 41, and it sure was fun. I took her to see Ruby Falls and all, and Rock City, and it sure was pretty. We stayed all night at the Mojo Motel, treated her nice, went down to Pete's place, saw the Chinese baboons and the giant pythons, took her on a flatboat on the Tennessee River. Back at Pete's place, bought her some wax lips and some firecrackers. Took her up the incline, looked behind. She was going down with a highfalutin, fast-talking, smart-aleck city slicker from Kingsport, Tennessee. Without me, has she lost her mind? She's a funny turn kind. Hey! As I was walking down the street, I spied a beggar man with rags upon his feet. I took a penny from my pocket and his tin cup I did drop it, and I heard him say as I made my retreat, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May an elephant caress you with his toes. May your wife be plagued with runners in her hose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose. May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo.
I couldn't think of a garbage word to rhyme with right.
Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut.
Why can't she say hello like everybody else?
Everybody loves a laugh. The whole world loves some humor.
What do you want? Good grandma or good taste?
To thank each one who brought us so much fun.
Terrible, but it hold a lot of gravy.
Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Brains are in a rut, but everybody loves a nut.
Thank you very much. I hope you've had a nice time tonight. See you next week. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you.